What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 23 and we start today's episode off with a game against Stoke City here at the Hawthorns. And as you can see by my side, again, there had to be quite a lot of changes for this game as we came on the back of that fantastic draw against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. This game was being played just a few days later, and again the team were very tired as we travelled back down from Manchester. And well, to be honest, I wasn't really too pessimistic despite playing a weakened side, because although as you can see there's only 6 points separating us and Stoke as we're in 8th and 9th respectively, I wasn't really that bothered because really we played a weakened side away at Stoke at the Britannia Stadium and we won that game. So clearly playing a backup side worked in that game, so there's no reason why it couldn't work in this one as well. So quite a few changes here and there. Still a good squad though, you know, still players like Jakob and Brunt and Sessegnon getting starts, and obviously Ben Foster, our captain, playing in goal once again. But even so, it certainly wasn't going to be weak, and Stoke would still have to work very hard if they wanted to get some points off us on this game. And I was feeling quite confident in my chances here as Stoke came to the Hawthorns. However, with that being said, it was indeed Stoke City who had the first chance of the game just a few minutes in, as Maurice Edu collects the ball here for Stoke and finds Nzonzi. We just about managed to get the ball away, but it's not really cleared. It comes to Peter Odemwingie, the former West Brom man. He finds Maurice Edu, he finds Asaidi, and it's a brilliant save by Ben Foster to keep it scoreless early on. So almost Stoke City taking the lead pretty much straight from the first attack, but thankfully Foster makes a really good save. But in the 32nd minute, Odemwingie's on the ball again for Stoke City. He crosses the ball in towards Edu. His header is one, but again it's another good save by Foster and we clear the ball away. So still 0-0, and a good chance here 10 minutes later as Victor Anichebe collects the ball, turns Mark Wilson. A great chance on the counter here. He's got the pace to beat Ryan Shawcross, but I gotta be honest here, as Shawcross barges him to the floor, I have no idea how the referee didn't give a straight red card to Shawcross. Yes, he gave a free kick as Anichebe and Shawcross come to blows here, but really Shawcross was the last man. He took him down. It was what's called a professional foul really, and that should have been a red card for Shawcross. Instead, just a foul. I was really livid about that. Still a good chance from this free kick though, as Chris Brunt will stand over it, but in my opinion that should have been a straight red card for Shawcross. He didn't even get a booking. That's the ridiculous thing about it. But still, from the free kick it was Chris Brunt who would stand up and take it. I tried to curl it into the bottom corner, but instead it hit the side netting and went behind for a goal kick. So still scoreless, and that's how the first half would finish. And in the second half, as you see, Castro collect the ball for Stoke here. He goes down the left hand side, takes on his man, keeps on going, plays it inside towards Asaidi, and unfortunately for us, Ben Foster denied him in the first half, but he's not going to deny him here. It's Asaidi who gets the goal and makes it West Brom 0, Stoke City 1. So the Moroccan celebrates in front of the fans here, and it is 1-0 to the away side. And again, I was really frustrated about that goal, because obviously it was quite poor defending, yes, but even so, I knew that if Stoke only had 10 men in this game, they never would have been going forward at will like they were. And as you'll see in the 68th minute, I actually gave the ball away stupidly here, and Castro ended up making it 2-0. Some really poor defending by me, let's be honest, but even so, I was really annoyed in this game, because I personally believe that Shawcross should have been sent off for a last man foul, and you know, that's why I was so livid. You know, I guess I kind of took that anger and I couldn't concentrate properly, and as West Brom made it, Stoke made it 2-0 here, it was now West Brom 0, Stoke 2. I just wasn't playing well at all, and you know, I'm gonna blame, you know, I'm gonna blame myself, because I had a poor game. You know, don't get me wrong, and with 15 minutes to go we still tried to get ourselves back in the game. We weren't really doing enough. This header was comfortably dealt with by Begovic and turned behind for a corner here. And from that corner, Sessegnon crossed the ball into the centre. Bentaleb went for the header, he won it, and it was cleared off the line by the defender, and it was still West Brom 0, Stoke City 2, and then Gamboa's strike went straight into the gloves of Begovic. But even though I blame myself, and it was really my fault for losing this game, it still should have been a red card for Shawcross in my opinion. And you know, I guess that's just how it is sometimes. You know, you get luck sometimes and sometimes you don't, and that's just one of those things really. But how about this as well? Sessegnon strikes this shot wide. We then get to see a goal decision system replay for the first time in the career mode. That's so cool. I've never seen this before. But as you can see from the header from Bentaleb, which is cleared off the line by Maurice Edu, as you can see, they had to do a little goal line replay thing there. I mean, it wasn't really needed, let's be honest, because we all know it never crossed the line, but even so, that was kind of cool there to see the goal decision system in play for the first time ever. But still, it was still West Brom 0, Stoke 2, and the last chance would fall to us in stoppage time here. Danny Ings collects the ball. Good chance for us to get ourselves a consolation goal, but Begovic made a good save, and it was turned behind for a corner. And the game did indeed finish West Brom 0, Stoke 2. So just our third defeat since the turn of the year. And you know, we've done really well of late, but unfortunately that was a really poor result. And again, you know, I could sit here and blame the red card, or what should have been the red card for Shawcross, because, you know, let's be honest, it really should have been in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I'll be honest, it was more about my poor performance, and that's something which I can't excuse for. So, you know, I played very poorly, we deserved to get beat, and we did. And it was a backup side, yes, but it was my side that I picked, and we should have done a better job. So we lose the game by 2-0, and that is our first defeat in about 6 games now, or possibly more than that. So even so, following that, we saw another U-Score monthly report. We can check out how Kevin Savanier, our French winger, is doing. You guys are definitely going to tell me how I've got to pronounce that name, because I know I get most of them wrong, but even so, we took a look at him here in our EU squad, and following that, we had a look at the league table as well. We're in 8th place so far with 8 games to go, and it's been a great season. I mean, it really has done. 46 points out of 30 games, sitting in 8th place, Stoke behind us in 9th, 3 points behind us. It's been really good, and you know, 8th, 9th, 10th, as I did say a couple of, a few episodes ago now, 8th, 9th, 10th is going to be a fantastic finish for us if we can hold on to it, and I'm definitely confident we can do that. So it's been a great season. There's been a few games, just like that Stoke game and the games against West Ham in particular, where we haven't done enough. We've looked really, really poor. Liverpool away was another one, but really we've done fantastically well in so many games, and we've deserved the plaudits. You know, we've done really, really well, and you know, we've deserved our finish so far. If it is going to be between 8th, 9th, and 10th, which it looks as though it probably could be, it probably will be, we've deserved this. We really have. But still, the second and final game of today's episode was against Queen's Park Rangers here. QPR, mixture of Q and Queens is what I'm going to say. Take on QPR here. Queen's Park Rangers today come to the Hawthorns. We beat QPR away from home by 2-1. Will Hughes and Claudio Jacob scored in that game. So as we do take on QPR here, as you can see, their squad is still very good, but they are sitting in 18th place. They just haven't done the job this year under Harry Redknapp like I thought they would have done. Instead, they've been pretty subpar, and that is why they are in a relegation zone. And the first chance of this game would fall in the 7th minute here, as they go down the right hand side. They end up crossing the ball in towards Leroy Fer, the former Norwich man, and the header is well saved by Ben Foster and cleared away. So very good save, and it's still scoreless. And in the 23rd minute here, another chance, this time for us, as we collect the ball with Berahino. He finds Brown a day collects the ball, step overs around his man, goes through, and I took the shot a bit too early, and Alex McCarthy had quite a comfortable save in the end and kept it at 0-0. In the 29th minute, a good chance for QPR here. Vargas shoots, a bit of a snapshot really, and Foster makes a good save as he turns the ball behind for a corner. So good save by Ben Foster, and he keeps it scoreless. And from that corner, it's eventually crossed into the centre. Once you'll see it here, eventually as we wait for the animation to stop, eventually it's crossed into the centre by Traore. Eventually the left-footed player crosses the ball into the middle of the park, looking for Leroy Fer, picks him out, and a header by Stephen Corker hits the bar, and his second header goes wide of the post. So a golden opportunity, well, 2 golden opportunities for Stephen Corker, and he failed to take either, and it's still 0-0. And in the 38th minute, Leroy Fer finds Yoon Suk Young back towards Leroy Fer, in towards Vargas. He finds Joey Barton, who strikes it, but Ben Foster makes a good save, and a follow-up header goes wide and out for a goal kick. So still scoreless, but QPR in the first half were playing much better, and they came to the Hawthorns with absolutely no fear. You know, they must have seen us play against Stoke and thought these lot aren't that good at all. And as you can see, another chance goes begging here with just 3 minutes to go before half-time. You know, we're looking so good, but they just weren't taking their chances. And in the 57th minute, another good chance for them. Traore goes down this right-hand side, takes on Jordan Abita, beats him, ends up crossing the ball into the centre, picks out Charlie Austin, and again, Ben Foster makes the save, and we clear the ball away. So still 0-0 in this game, and every single time QPR came forward, they looked like scoring, but they just couldn't take their chances. Another chance for Charlie Austin, which goes begging as he puts his shot wide the post, and it's still scoreless. And in the 65th minute, a rare chance for us here, as Jordan Abita collects the ball, turns a couple of players, goes down the left-hand side, whips in across to the centre, and Callum Chambers' shot is well saved by McCarthy and is cleared away. So still 0-0. But we were growing in confidence a little bit. But in the 72nd minute, another good chance for QPR, and Traore's shot goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. And I just couldn't believe this game. I really couldn't. You know, after we were so weak against Stoke, we were so weak here against QPR, but they literally just couldn't take a single chance. They clearly laced up their shooting boots the wrong way, and it was still 0-0. And from this goal kick, we work our way forward. Will Hughes, who scored and assisted against QPR, plays through Brown today. And as I said, you know, he scored and assisted against QPR at the Loftus Road, and he gets another assist here. He picks out Brown a day, and a day makes it West Brom 1, QPR 0, celebrates in front of the fans. And you know, Harry Redknapp must have been sitting there absolutely livid because his side had about 20 shots, you know, no exaggeration. They had so many shots in this game, but they just couldn't score. And as we made it 1-0 here with one of our first shots on target, I was delighted to be in front. And in 90th minute here, Jordan Abita goes forward. His shot's well saved by the goalkeeper, and well, fortunately for us, Claudio Jakob gets to the rebound, turns it in, and makes it 2-0. So it really was bizarre, man. Seriously, we played so poorly in both games, but QPR just didn't take their chances. We made them pay, and that's what happens in football. If you don't take your chances, you will be punished, and QPR were. So West Brom 2, QPR 0. Delighted to bounce back with the 3 points here and a clean sheet as well, and that was the perfect response after that disappointing defeat against Stoke. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.